Hi, I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you like our videos, please like and subscribe.
So today we're going to talk about Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson. I feel really bad for Tristan Thompson. His mom just recently passed away. It was a sudden death, cardiac arrest. She was in Toronto, which means he was probably on the West Coast, I would assume. He wasn't there with her.
He lives in LA now.
Yeah, he lives
he's
in
not
LA.
He's not a basketball player anymore.
Whatever he is.
Yeah, Kardashian curse. So he doesn't play basketball anymore, obviously.
He was blindsided. It came out of nowhere. She's relatively young. She's in her late 50s, early 60s.
She was like 56.
Wow, that's young. That's very young to have a heart attack.
Little backstory before we get into it. Khloe and Tristan, for those of you who don't know, started dating around 2016.
Yeah.
And you can tell from the very beginning that this man did not want to be her boyfriend.
No, he friend-zoned her.
He friend-zoned her fairly quickly into the relationship, and you can actually see it.
Well,
And
they never went anywhere without friends.
His friends.
His friends.
And
her friends, Malika and Khadijah.
And she would buy the same gifts at Christmas that she would buy for his friends, like designer watches and all this stuff.
It was definitely a friendship relationship. It was not romantic in any way.
He also had a baby on the way.
Yes.
With the beautiful Jordan Craig, who is just wonderful and never profited off her son.
No, she's beautiful and classy.
She's so classy. She wears vegan fur. We love Jordy C. You should follow her on Instagram. Yeah, what Jordy wore. And she's fantastic. We love her. So Tristan had a baby on the way when Khloe decided she wanted to be his girlfriend. And she staged paparazzi photos when they went to Cabo. It was all done by Backgrid. A week before she has True, their daughter, there's a video that comes out of Tristan cheating on Khloe.
Yes.
So we're like, what goes around comes around.
Yeah. Or you get them or you lose them how you get them.
So we would think this would be enough for Khloe to just end it.
Oh,
but
God, no.
She took him back.
God, no.
Didn't even break up with him. She took him back.
Which confirms our theory that they were never romantically involved.
Yeah, they never lived together.
This was a friendship that she wanted his fruits to bear his fruits.
Really, she did. Because I think it was hard on her because everybody was having babies and she wasn't.
And Kris Jenner needed a storyline out of her. And so Khloe's one of those people that she'll do anything. She's a people pleaser, but to a fault.
They break up at some point because he kisses a friend of Kylie Jenner's, her sister, Jordan Woods. There's stuff that goes on there, and then they get back together again. Khloe on the show would always say things like, Tristan wants to marry me, he's in love with me, he wants me back.
No, he wants to have 5 or 6 kids with me. She always said that.
She always said that, and we never heard him say any of this stuff.
No.
So that was pretty funny. And it was just like, you know, she was the gift that keeps on giving. But we thought this time it was finally over.
His 30th birthday, he ended up cheating on her with this woman.
Marilee Nichols. And that girl got pregnant with another son. So he's got 2 sons by 2 other women. I believe that True was allegedly a surrogate as well. And Khloe was not really allegedly pregnant. Now, Tristan's mom unfortunately passes away of a heart attack.
Sad.
Very sad. But the first thing that came to mind was Tristan's younger brother, Amari. He's got 3 brothers total. He's the oldest, and Amari is the youngest. Amari,
13.
He is special needs. He has epilepsy. And this is something that his mom, she was the caregiver. She would carry Amari around. She would feed him. She would change him. It was just like one of those
24-hour care.
It was 24-hour care, and then all of a sudden she just dies suddenly.
That's just, I can't. That makes me so sad.
It made me so sad for Tristan,
for Amari,
and his 2 other brothers. It made me so sad.
Because even if people have epilepsy, he's still aware that his mom's nowhere to be found. I mean, how scary would that be? I mean, I just, my heart breaks for that kid.
Yeah. So,
not a lot of people actually know who Amari is, and I'll tell you why. Andrea started a charity called the Amari Thompson Fund, and what she did was she partnered with Epilepsy of Toronto, and they merged into this partnership that was awesome because you could give now to the Amari Thompson Fund, and Tristan put his name on it, so it became, it became commercial. It became, people saw it.
Yeah. So Tristan's mom dies. And you know how we found out about it? We found out about it because somebody went and leaked it to TMZ, and somebody called Backgrid, it's what Meghan and Harry use, and took pictures of Tristan and Khloe getting off a plane in Toronto, and the leaker.
I wonder how that happened.
So much information about it. It had the information that Khloe is taking care of everything for Tristan, and she's such a saint.
She was wearing makeup off the plane.
Just like she was with Lamar.
Yeah.
I mean, this was like Khloe to the rescue.
So we know that the Hulu camera crew was in tow.
Was there.
We know that this was staged. We know that they got money off of these pictures, and we know that the story Kris Jenner is trying to sell the world is Khloe stepped up. She's Mother Teresa. She's the white savior because they love being the white savior to black people.
What they do to black men is disgusting. It's disgusting. Then you see Kim, Kylie, and Kris and Khloe going to the funeral and then going back to LA.
Part of the Hulu show.
Going back to LA with Tristan and his brothers. And there happens to be Backgrid again.
How is that possible?
Filming them get out off the plane in their cars. And but see, Amari can't walk. So you see this picture of Tristan, and he looks just devastated.
Disheveled.
And you see Amari being carried.
By Tristan.
Andrea did everything she could to protect Amari from those Kardashian cameras. Unfortunately, she is not here anymore to make sure these people do not exploit her son.
She tried so hard.
Disgusting.
She tried so hard. Khloe has known this family since 2016, and there are people on my Twitter who are like, wait, he has a brother with epilepsy?
They had no idea.
Do you want to know why they had no idea? Kris Jenner has never put the Amari Thompson Fund on the show. She has never had any of it on any of their social media pages to raise money. She's never even talked about epilepsy. I don't even think Kris Jenner can spell epilepsy, to be honest with you. So, this whole thing is so, I mean, do you
woman isn't even, cold in the ground. So we have that. So we're thinking, okay, she wanted to look like the savior, like she did with Lamar, where she's flying and taking care of everything, and she's doing everything. She's gonna stop now. Hopefully she will respect this family and move on, but no. And this is what this video is for. Stephanie and I want to cut the head off the snake at this point for that Hulu show premieres, because that's what's going to happen. We already know that they are going to exploit.
It's going to be
Amari.
It's going to be a huge tax write-off for them. It's a new. She's going to restructure the Amari Thompson Fund into a Jenner cash cow money scam, and we all know it because they've done it before. They did it with the Watts Center. They've done it with everything that they've done. They've done it with Robert Kardashian, UCLA cancer fund. They've done it with all of it.
And this is the problem. Tristan is out of his mind in mourning.
Vulnerable.
He doesn't have a job right now. The one job he has is he's been announcing some basketball games on ESPN.
And he doesn't look stable at all.
He does not look stable at all.
He doesn't look like he slept.
He's now in charge of taking care of his 3 brothers.
Yes.
Which I'm sure he happily will do. But he is also very vulnerable right now.
He'll do and say anything for that rush of feeling good for a second. Because that's what you do when someone dies. That you start bargaining.
And this is something that the Kardashians are so good at. They are so good at taking advantage of situations when people are at their lowest. This is what the Kardashians suggested after Scott Disick's parents died, who lived in the Hamptons. They said, hey, your parents died a couple months ago. Let's go film in the Hamptons. That's a great idea.
It'll help you. Let's
get over
do
that.
I mean, talk about a trigger. They knew what they were doing. I know Kris Jenner's not the only one in on this. Corey Gamble has a lot to say about it too. He's the quiet one, and you have to be terrified of the quiet ones.
I don't think he's that smart.
Oh,
but anyways,
no, he's a con artist.
So moving on, we think, okay, hopefully They got the pictures of them getting off the plane.
They got their money.
They got their money.
Cashed the check.
Yeah, like hopefully this is it. No. Khloe writes like 3 paragraphs on Instagram, a letter to Andrea.
Yes, Tristan's mom.
How much, she
She's
loved
heartbroken. It's all about her.
praying with
It's kind
her.
of like Meghan Markle's acceptance, or what was that speech she gave where it was 45 minutes about herself?
Oh, One World Summit.
One World, yeah, it was like that. It was all about Khloe.
Well, it was all about Khloe, but it was also, Khloe was basically peeing on Jordy C and Marley Nichols, making sure that they couldn't stake their claim as friends of Andrea as well.
God, no.
Out of all the potential daughter-in-laws that she might have had with Tristan, Khloe was the number one.
Khloe was number
She
one.
was like that Raise the Red Lantern movie with Gong Li, where she's the number one wife.
Yeah.
And then the
Andrea
other
has
wife.
never said that.
She's never actually
or
said that.
publicly posted that.
Yeah,
Like,
but for some reason, Khloe wanted
everyone to believe.
everyone on Instagram to know that. And then Khloe says, "Don't worry, I'm going to be there for Amari.
I'm going to take care of Amari.
He'll
He'll be fine.
He's going to be fine. I'm going to take care of Amari." So I read it and I go, okay. And then I see the picture she puts and I go, okay, she's got a picture of her and Andrea. And then I go, oh no.
There were 6 others.
There were 6 other pictures.
Yeah.
So I start going like this. She doesn't post just one picture of Amari. Now keep in mind, Andrea did not want pictures like this of Amari looking like
And
this.
they're not recent pictures. They're
in
old
the
pictures.
in public. She does not want this. She posts not one, but 2 pictures of herself and Amari.
And he's in his wheelchair.
And he just looks out of it.
And the sad thing is there are so many people underneath her post in the comments saying, I didn't know this, I didn't know this. She's almost like so crafty about it. It's like, well, I told everybody, look, I'm the mom. See, she wants to be that white savior.
She wants to be that savior, and she just can't. It's like she can't get a guy to love her for her.
No.
She's got to either give them money or she's got to do stuff for them. And in her mind right now, she's got the perfect Lamar situation going on where she can take advantage of. It's not going to last. But right now, she's flying high because Tristan's doing everything that she is asking him to do and telling him what to do. So that's pretty much what's going on there. So then I'm completely disgusted and I have to go out of town at this point. And I don't even know if I can get on an airplane because I'm going to puke.
Yeah.
And, I was just disgusted and I said, to Stephanie, when I get back, we have to talk about this. Well, while I'm gone, of course, Tristan drops a letter to his mom on Instagram now. Now, Tristan did not write.
He didn't write any of this.
Tristan did not write this letter.
This
was either Chris or Khloe. It sounds like Khloe because he's basically not even really talking about his mom. He's talking.
He is. He's talking about God and faith. He's saying like she's a God-fearing woman, which we all know Khloe does the same thing on the show. She exploits,
Christianity.
The whole,
He's a very Christian man, and the second she started dating Tristan,
she became a God-fearing woman.
Okay, Khloe. He writes this thing about, I know I'm going to see you one day and all this stuff, and it is touching, but then he goes into this thing where he's going to be a better man.
Yeah.
And he's going to do right this time.
And he screwed up around her.
He's screwed up so much, but he's not going to do it now anymore.
He's talking about she is cryptically talking about him cheating on her in a post to his mom.
He goes like this, I'm sorry you had to see that. I'm going to be the man you wanted me to be, and I know actions speak louder than words.
And then he said, I'm sorry I embarrassed you. That's what he said on the
That's what
he
said to Khloe. That she wrote too. So I'm like,
he didn't write that.
Oh my God.
And there's a picture of Khloe.
There's a picture.
There's 2, right?
He put a picture of his mom and Khloe.
And then True and Khloe.
And then he put a picture of True and Andrea.
Not one with the other kids.
Not one with the other kids.
He has 2 other children.
So whoever did that post wanted to basically make Prince and Theo like they're nothing.
Disappear. Yeah.
Disappear.
Yeah.
That to me is so disgusting. But unfortunately, that's who we're dealing with.
But that post was so written by Khloe. It was so obvious. I mean, the minute I felt, still, my heart goes out to him because I know he's not in his right frame of mind. We all have to remember that. Prediction in the future. I'm not Kreskin. I know I'm not. But Khloe and Kris Jenner are going to bring Amari into the show.
Oh, of course.
They're going to start a charity based on epilepsy, but it's going to obviously kick back for tax purposes for them. Khloe and Tristan will get married. That's my predictions.
Well, she's definitely going to fake get engaged again.
Yes. Lost a lot of money during the pandemic. They need money.
And people don't have money to buy their crap.
No, no one buys their crap. They lost a lot of money during the Kanye West thing. They lost a lot of, listen, she only owns 5% Skims. Khloe only owns 4% Good American. It's not like they own these companies.
Yeah, they don't own these companies, guys.
So they need the money. You'll see it. Watch. You will see this. Amari's gonna be exploited. And you know what really bothers me about this? A lot of people on my Twitter are going, "Well, wait, Khloe's stepping up to the plate. She's bringing Let me tell you this, okay? When did Khloe ever talk about epilepsy until Tristan Thompson's mom died? No, just tell me.
Yeah. And why does she have to do it publicly?
No, but when did they ever talk about it? When did Kim ever post about epilepsy? When did they put it on the show? And that's what really bothers me, is that not one of the Kardashian-Jenner family ever brought up the Amari Thompson fund. Not once.
Yeah. So
what? And if they did, please put it in my comments.
Yeah. Prove us wrong. Prove us wrong. But ask Hulu to not let the Kardashians exploit Amari Thompson. Right now, Tristan is going to be grieving for a very long time because he's
never going to get over this.
His dad was not in his life. His mom was his everything. This was completely tragic. He didn't get to her in time.
And now Khloe's going to try to be everything to him.
Yeah, you guys.
This is how I'll trap him.
This is what they do to men. This is what they do to men.
To black men.
Especially black men. They exploit them.
That's sick.
Don't let Hulu do it to Amari Thompson.
Yeah.
Today's dog rescue is Luna. Lend-a-Paw Rescue.
She's a pit bull.
They take a lot of cute dogs out of kill shelters, and they've been doing taking in a lot of dogs and fostering them lately. So if you want to give to a very awesome charity that does excellent work, that is a small charity, doesn't get a lot of fanfare, please give to Lend-a-Paw Rescue, and I will put the link in the description below, like I always do. So the next show, we are going to discuss how Harry and Meghan are just in free fall. These guys, I mean, this is the fastest I've seen somebody come down the ladder. I mean, this is really fast. I mean, they are so finished at this point. We're also
did you hear he was going to host SNL? And then they dropped him.
That would have been awful.
Yeah.
We're also going to discuss Christopher Boozy. This man, oh my God, I almost felt sorry for him because
the lawyer's crushing him.
He's crushing him, and it's awesome. He tried to start a thing called Spoutable. It's like worse than CNN Plus. It bombed faster than CNN Plus. Yeah, so we're going to discuss Chris Boozy.
Adopt a dog.
Adopt a dog.
Adopt a pit bull.
Yeah, and don't support the Kardashians.
No, cut them off at the source.
Bye, guys.